Hola amigos, my name is Travion, and tonight I just want to sit down and tell you guys to stop being racist to people. Stop being racist. Now, I know all of you know what racism is, and what you don't know much about it. Y'all think racism is just being mean to another person because of color of its skin or nationality. No. Racism is a system that under the press people of a certain race. It's not about race, it's about power. That's what racism is. It's a system. Racism, white supremacy, prejudice, discrimination, segregation. Y'all don't know anything about that shit. Y'all. I don't know about you. White supremacy is horrible. Ever since the white man from Europe, the place where it snows a lot. When it snows, plants die. There's no life. The only time plants can live and grow, to be healthy and strong and be tall as big as trees. Trees can grow big and strong and live forever. So do plants. They can only survive in the sun, water, sometimes in Europe. But there ain't no snow in Europe. Sometimes. There ain't no snow in Africa. Or should I say Alkebulan? Yeah, that's right. The continent Africa isn't named Africa. Instead, the real name of Africa is Alkebulan. That word translates to Mother of Mankind or the Garden of Eden. Look it up. And guess what? The word Africa came from the Romans. Though the word Africa translates to sunny or land of horror. What's so horrible about Alkebulan? Nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing bad about Alkebulan. Speaking of bad, when you think about Africa, what comes to mind? Plague, wars, starving children, famine. What about cities? You see, wherever the media shows Africa, there's like, all you see is animals, lions, elephants, giraffes, zebras, and all that shit. And when you do see the people of Africa, they're usually like tribes that live and hunt still. You'll see all the rest of Africa. They ain't stuck in the past. No. You see, the media hide everything about Africa. Alkebulan, I should say. Because in Alkebulan, there are cities, small towns, businesses, rich people living in Alkebulan. Yeah. So yeah, they lied to you about Africa. Africa is not the continent's name. Its real name is Alkebulan. And I even told you Africa is a country. Just one ass country. Hell no. There are like 54 countries in Africa. I know geography. There is... Come on. Africa is a country? No, it's a continent full of ethnic groups, thousands of languages that are even old as time. And Wild businesses, homes. Speaking of which, the slave trade that ruined it all. The Atlantic slave trade that ruined everything about Alkebulan was horrible. It wasn't just about free labor. Hell no. It was about dehumanization. You see, it was about controlling us. They whipped us, raped us. Hell, they even burned us like some goddamn cow or horse. Do you know how awful that is? Fuck, man. Knowing that, but they forced us to do work to death. And that ain't cool, bro. Yo, you wanna know why? They tried to control us. Slavery is awful. And guess what? After America abolished slavery, they were still kidnapping people from Alkebulan, slaves, to work in the fields. We were forced to pick cotton. Do you know how fucked up that is? I know all you read your history books. Man, they're still doing it to us. Slavery here in America isn't over. They just reshaped it. The system reshaped slavery. I'll say it again. And you must wonder, why are black people so hated? Well, that's because before Europe, Asia, Australia, the Americas were within caves still, people of Alkebulan were always building dynasties, kingdoms. Yes. They study philosophy, mathematics, agriculture. Alkebulan had scholars, doctors, artists, poets, kings and queens, rulers, politics. They were even developing democracy. They were practicing democracy before anybody else. Yeah. They were great. And then other races, the white man, Asians, Mexicans, got jealous of us black people for what we were achieving. You see, we were the first scientists, innovators. And guess what the white man did to us? They enslaved us. They whitewashed our history. Like cowboys. Y'all know what cowboys? Yeah, like Woody from Toy Story. Well, I got something to tell you. Those movies showing white-ass cowboys ain't shit. Because the real cowboys were black. That's why the real cowboys were black. Not only that, but the term cowboy is racist as fuck. You see, back then, cowboy means lesser, and cowhand means higher. You see, black cowboys were escaped slaves back then. Hey, speaking of black people being the first cowboys, guess what? We invented music. We invented music, songs. You know about the banjo? Well, I tell you what. The banjo originated from Alkebulan. Instrument played by musicians. Culture. That's right. You ever heard about the Moors? The Moors were black. They came from Alkebulan. They came from Alkebulan. And then they went to Europe to bring civilization to help white people during the Dark Ages. The Moors were great. And not only that, but get this. Ancient Rome first had a black king back then. That's right, a black king. Wait a minute. Ancient Rome had black... The Roman Empire had black king? How come we don't hear about in history books? Because they be whitewashing. They be leaving out people. And this is harsh. Because... Let me tell you about Black History Month. Morgan Freeman, the actor, a long time ago, he said he found it ridiculous. Because you go relegate our history to a month? No, that ain't right though. If you tell just black people in 1 month, the shortest month of the year, that's harsh to us. Little kids think that us black people haven't accomplished anything. But no, we accomplished a lot of things. Like MLK, the activist who fought for civil rights. Harriet Tubman, who freed all the slaves using the Underground Railroad to help them escape from slavery. Yeah, and of course, we can't forget Douglas, who invented the light bulb, who helped invented it. And not only that, but we can't forget the man who found the North Pole. A black man found the North Pole. It wasn't a white man, it was a black man. And what about the Hellfires from World War II? There were black people fighting in World War I and II. I bet you never hear that in no goddamn history books, haven't you? Of course not, because white supremacy leaves out black figures from history. Why? Because that's how the system works. See, the system is fucked up. The system is the one that would be controlling us, but they can't control us. We are unbreakable. You see, the slave trade wasn't just about free labor, it was about control, like I mentioned. But we fought back. You see, in Haiti, black people weren't waiting for white people to give them the freedom. No, my guy. You see, in Haiti, the enslaved fought back. The black general, was killing Napoleon's army. And they killed all of the French army and the enslavers using guerrilla warfare. Black people freed themselves. And guess what? Haiti became an all-black nation. They freed themselves. Get this. White supremacy is made up by rich-ass white people. Yeah. Which ain't no fair, because we're human beings, too. You wanna know why? Because, like I mentioned before in this video, Africa's real name is Alkebulan. You wanna know why? Because that's where humanity originated from. And somewhere in the 1970s, archaeologists found like a fossil. They named her Lucy after a Beatles song that I haven't heard of. Lucy. We are all blood related to this woman. We are all connected. Yo, humanity first started in Africa. So basically, back then, white people were enslaving their parents that are black people. There is no other race without black people. Our ancestors left Africa due to outcast, being banned, or curiosity. Yeah, our ancestors left Africa for a new continent. You see, you don't get no other race. Without us black folks. No. There's so much. Not only that, but you all know, have you ever heard about Mansa Musa? He was the richest man in the world. More richer than the guy who owns Amazon and Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett. He was the richest man on earth. Not only that, but y'all ever heard of Queen Singa, who fought against the Portuguese to free her people from slavery? Yeah. Well, have you ever heard of Sakasulu? The guy who fought against the British, who united everybody, every single tribe, village in South Africa. He formed the Zulu nation. He's a hero. Not only that, but there's so much black figures in history we don't hear often. Like Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey is my favorite. Malcolm X. Martin Luther King Jr. You see, us black people, we are the creators, builders, innovators that helped. But what do the white man do? They be whitewashing us, enslaving us, tormenting us, making us suffer. And let me tell you something. That's not fair. Speaking of whitewash, you know, a lot of people think that Jesus and all the other figures in the Bible are white. That's not true. You see, Adam and Eve were black. They certainly, hell no, ain't no white people. Hell no. Everybody in the Bible were black. Yo, if you believe Jesus was white, no, I'm sorry. He wasn't. He was black. He was black, my brother. Yeah, that's right. They be whitewashing us. All of us. From the Bible, cowboys, our history. This is some racism. Jim Crow, the minstrel show. Oh, you have no idea how pissed off I am about this racist shit going on for all my blacks, Latinos, and whites who love other races, including blacks. This racist system has to end now for good. You don't know how pissed off it makes me feel whenever racist thing happen. A white man calling the innocent black person the N-word. And guess this. They be demonizing us, black people, calling us murderers, rapists, thieves, stupid, lazy. We're none of those things. We are innocent, just like everybody else. We ain't no different from you. You see, we eat, we sleep, we die, we reproduce. We're just like you. Speaking of whitewash, they be whitewashing figures like MLK. In school, you probably think MLK was, he was an activist. He believed in God and Jesus, in his religion, Christianity. And he didn't like segregation. So he hated racism. He didn't like racism. He also didn't like war, capitalism. He was anti-racist, anti-war, and anti-capitalist. But the system killed him. The FBI sent letters to him, forcing him to commit suicide. And I'll tell you another thing. White people got a lot of nerve making the Ku Klux Klan to harm us black folks. After slavery. You see, after slavery, us black people didn't make shit like that. No. Because we wouldn't do that to our other race. Hell no. But the white man did. Because the white man is the most violent race. They be going around to every single, not just in Al-Qaeda, but in Asia, here in America, Australia, just real fucked up shit. They be conquering and destroying things. That ain't right. That ain't cool, bro. No. I mean, for many tens of thousands of years, white people have been doing this to us black people. Since the day of slavery, they be whipping us. Jim Crow depress us. But then again, we rise up. Every time we rise up to power. Not for evil, but for good. Us black folks, we have to stick together. Not with violence, not with our fists. Just like Martin Luther King Jr. say, we shall not fight with our fists, but with our words. In all honesty, this racist stuff has to come to an end. I mean, ICE is taking Mexicans back to Mexico, and then people of Alkebulan descent, immigrants from Alkebulan going back to Alkebulan because ICE is forcing them to. It's because of Donald Trump, the idiot in the White House. Now, I don't like politicians or political things, but I don't like any of the politicians. Politics or congressmen. There's only two I love, and that's Abraham Lincoln, who freed all the slaves. And then, I can't forget President Obama. That man is awesome. More awesome than anybody. Donald Trump, he's a loser. He hates us. He hates our kind. He hates all of us because of white supremacy. I don't know what world these white people that think different came from, but racism, hating other people for the color of their skin, goddamn. You see, the system is broken. It's always been broken. Once you mix racism, white supremacy together, they all make up the United States of fucking America. America be making terrorists like the CIA. They be going to other countries and killing people. Dropping bombs in other nations. The FBI, the US government killed MLK. Horrible. I say horrible. They be doing this. White supremacy, they be doing not just to our black people, but to Mexicans, Native Americans, Asians, Indians, Alberts, Australians, basically everybody with different skins. And that's horrible. And to be honest with you guys, white supremacy better come to an end soon. That's right. And better, not like Jim Crow. Jim Crow didn't go away. Jim Crow is still here, y'all. I should know. Anyway, we all better make this happen. We all better come together, us black people, and help bring racism, prejudice, discrimination, segregation, white supremacy, black supremacy, all supremacy. That's why I hate black supremacy too. As much as I hate white supremacy, I hate black supremacy because not only am I black, but I'm also Latino and white. I came from 3 different worlds. Black, Latino, and white. My family is black, white, and Mexican. So I'm against white and black supremacy. So, us black people, we all better come together and help take down racism, white supremacy, Jim Crow, prejudice, discrimination, and segregation. Or else, I'm gonna kill myself and leave this world. So I can go ahead and where there's none of that. Only peace and equality. Okay? Or I might move to Alkebulan to start my own thing like the Black Panthers Party to help bring down racism everywhere. Well, alright everybody, have a good night. And remember what I said today. It's important.